Hi everyone, and welcome to Creative Chelsey. If you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up or commenting below. If you want to see more of my videos, press the subscribe button and click on the bell for notifications. If you need any Stampin' Up! Products to make this card, you can visit my online store and the link is in the description box below. When you purchase Stampin' Up! Products through me, you can earn free products. Check out my current customer appreciation products on my blog, and the link is listed below in the description. Today, I'd like to share with you my first alternative project using the Bouquet of Hope paper pumpkin kit from February 2021. So this fun kit creates 9 cards, 3 in 3 different designs. I made an unboxing video which shows you everything that comes in the kit and how to make these cards earlier this week, and you can watch that along with my other alternative projects up here in the top right corner. I will link the playlist. So these are the 3 original cards. They've got a lot of fun elements about them. And what I like to do is take the products from the kit and create alternative card ideas. So this is my first one. So one thing that is unique about this alternative card is that I did use a stamp that is not in this stamp set that came in the kit. Let's go ahead and see the stamp set that did come in the kit. This one is really fun. I love the bouquet of flowers. And then it has 3 great greetings for thinking of you or for sympathy. And then it also includes a little bunch of flowers and then 2 leaves. So the reason I decided not to use this stamp set for this card is because once I created the card and I was trying to decide on which sentiment to use, the colors of this card just felt like Easter to me. So I grabbed my Arrange a Wreath stamp set, and you can see here that it has this fun Happy Easter greeting. And so that's the stamp set I used for this card. I think it would also be a great birthday card, or if you do need a sympathy card or thinking of you, then you're welcome to use one of the stamps that came in the kit. So let's go ahead and get started making this card. Adventure awaits in next month's paper pumpkin kit. Here's to you. This kit includes 8 cards, 4 each of 2 designs, plus an added surprise worth celebrating, a set of 4 spectacular stencils, and a Stampin' sponge. Don't miss it. Subscribe by March 10th using the link below. So I'm going to walk you through what supplies from the kit you're going to need. So you're going to need one of the Rococo Rose card bases, and I have already cut one down in half. And so you're going to end up with a piece that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And all you need to do is just cut along that score line. You're also going to need the gold foil piece. And I'm going to use the back side, which is white. And you're going to cut it right down the long length. So you get half, which is the long. So you don't want to cut it short. You do want to cut down the long. And I just kind of eyeballed where the center was. I didn't do any measuring. And it's going to end up looking something like this. You also will need the rectangle piece that's pre-cut. And what I did here is I cut this in half, just down the long way. And you're going to end up with a piece that's a 1/2 inch. This is 1 inch, and just cut it. And you'll have 2 1/2 inch pieces. And then you'll need one of the Rococo Rose envelopes. And we are going to cut this one down. So just start by trimming off one side. I usually start with the bottom and then trim again. You're just trimming the smallest piece off so that you can then open your envelope, and then you can trim right up against the color. So I am looking for, let's see, let's just trim it. I'm going to trim it right along that score line here. And then we'll flip again and trim. And then trim once more. And then we'll trim down to our correct size. So you do need a white card base. And then we are going to trim down the Rococo rose. So let's start with that. So you're going to grab your solid card base from the kit, and we're going to trim it down to 1/8 smaller. So you're just going to start at 4 1/8, and then rotate to 5 3/8. And then that's the size we're going to use. And now we're going to trim this one down as well. And we're going to go with a full 1/4 inch less than this one. So if this was 4 1/8, we're going to now go to 3 7/8. So just line that up and trim. And you can save this for another card if you'd like. That's a good 1/2 inch size. And then again, we are going to now trim this one at 5 1/8. Okay, so now we have all our pieces for the back, and we've cut our strip and our doily. And so now we're ready to put our card together. I do have some fun ideas that use this triangle piece, so make sure to hold on to that as well. So let's just begin by adding these pieces to our card base. I have a card base that's just the thick basic white from Stampin' Up, and it's been cut to 5 1/2 inches by 8 1/2 inches and scored at 4 1/4. And I'm just gonna go ahead and fold along that score line and then use my bone folder to make a nice crease. I'm gonna start by adding the solid card base, and I'm using some Stampin' Seal Plus. Recently, I've really enjoyed using this product. It's nice because it is perforated, and so it's really easy to release from your paper. I was noticing with just the regular Stampin' Seal that I was getting a lot of stretchy adhesive when I would pull it away. And I like the Stampin' Seal Plus because it just breaks really easily. So next we're going to add the envelope paper with the pattern on it. I've just put a little bit in each corner, and then you're just centering that. So this will just be a little bit larger of a border. Just kind of eyeball it until it looks about right. Now we're going to add the doily, and if you want, you could do the gold side. I just really loved how the white pops on this Rococo rose. So I'm going to add some Stampin' Seal Plus here and place that just a little bit so that line is in the center of the card, and then it's centered horizontally as well. Just like that. And then we're going to add the yellow strip. So this is a 1/2 inch. Remember, we just trimmed it down. And then that goes over your doily. And you can either have it line up with the line on the doily, or you can have it be a little bit higher. And I think that's what I'm going to go for here, is just have it be slightly higher so it kind of covers that line like that. Okay, so now we're ready to do our stamping. I've got the Happy Easter from the Arrange a Wreath stamp set, and I have my Mossy Meadow ink pad that came in the kit. Just inking that up, and I'm going to stamp that in the center of one of my labels from the kit. Going to place this on my card with some dimensionals. And the dimensionals did come in the kit, so you do have some. And that just goes in the center, kind of covers up that little space there. And then you're going to add these cute flowers. And you can add them however you want. I kind of liked having the red kind of coming out on the side, so I'm going to add a dimensional under those red flowers. And then the others I'm going to just leave blank because that's going to sit on top of my label. If I wanted, I could add some glue dots there too. And then I'm going to tie a bow. Now there was not a ton of twine that came in the kit. And so I've got the Mossy Meadow twine, and I've just cut it to either 8 or 9 inches. And you'll notice that it's not curling anymore. And one way you can get rid of that curl, because it comes on that spool, is you just run it through your fingers, and it just kind of will loosen up and relax. And then you can have a nice straight twine. So match the ends and find the center, and then just tie a bow. So make sure your loops are about even. And then you can bring your tails together and trim them. And then I'm just going to attach this with one of the glue dots that came in the kit. And I'm going to use my Take a Pick tool to lift it up and add it just off to the side of that greeting. And then I'm going to add it at an angle and kind of push the bow loops into that glue dot to kind of puff them up a little bit. So then the last thing I'm going to add are some of the black sequins, and just take a couple and place them on my card. Hopefully I can pick that one up. There we go. So you're going to get something like this. Now I'm noticing I've got a little lift here on the sides. And so to tack that down, I'm just going to use a glue dot, and I'm going to lift it up and place a glue dot underneath that area, and then bring the piece down a little bit. It just isn't sticky there because I only added adhesive to the center of that doily. So there we go. And that card came together really nice and quickly, and it is super cute. If you're interested in seeing written instructions and close-up images of this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.